members of the Northwest region in Bamenda. Details with Charles Kebwa in the following report.
The coordinator of the presidential plan for the Northwest and Southwest regions, Paul Tazong, 5 days awareness and sensitization visit to the Northwest region amidst a 3 days ghost town imposed by secessionist fighters to frustrate his mission. They too met and discussed with members of the various divisional teams from Boyo, Bui, Dongamantun and Menchum divisions. The 3 meeting continued with members of the various divisional teams of Mezam, Mumu and Ngwakuchunya divisions of the Northwest region. Given the prevailing social unrest in the 2 Anglophone regions, the members did not fail to raise their concern.
Roads first, and the bridges that were cut by those boys, about 8 bridges, they need reconstruction before accessibility can be get into the neighboring villages, the villages in my municipality.
They listened to presentations of the important areas where the presidential plan for the construction and development of the region will focus.
Once the route passes, development follows. We have the Bamenda Womb Route, we have the Menchum Hydroelectric Power Project, and we have the Womb Area, the Front Womb Area Development Authority. It will interest you to know that the Carrefour Wada today in Yaoundé is coming from the name Wada, because the Wada used to have a showroom at that Carrefour. And so it's from there that Carrefour has his name, to tell you how important that Wada was to us. It extended to the whole of Menchum, just making sure that every year round roads go right down to Flowa and every other part of the division. Our wish is that that structure comes back to life and takes its autonomy that it used to have in those days. I know that some people might think otherwise, but that structure was closed while it was produced. It had a positive balance sheet. We're paying about 30 million francs every month, and the positive balance sheet didn't warrant it to be closed. For some reason, it was closed. So it's our wish that structure comes back.
The coordinator of the presidential plan, Paul Tazon, made it clear to members that nothing is wrong in executing the plan map. To stress as such, nobody should be left behind or out because of his or her political leaning, given reconstruction is a pathway to peace.
Charles Kebwa, and in that report from the chief town of the Northwest region, Bamenda. Meanwhile, some Cameroonians have expressed mixed feelings on the Paul Tasson-led campaign in the Northwest and Southwest regions. According to the Cameroonians, the coordinators of the presidential reconstruction and development plan for the Northwest region, their initiative is very good, but it may collapse because the war is still ongoing. Lasha Kingsley spoke to some of them and tells us more in the following report.
As world leaders mount pressure on the government of Cameroon and the non-state armed groups to call for a ceasefire in the northwest and southwest regions of the country, the government of Cameroon has apparently ignored this call and is going ahead with the reconstruction and development plan of the war-ravaged northwest and southwest regions as agreed during the major national dialogue in Yaoundé last year. Paul Tasson and his deputy on Monday, June 22, began holding meetings with local representatives and the administration. The national coordinator launched the awareness and sensitization campaign tour of the 2 regions in Bamenda, chief town of the Northwest region. Many Cameroonians are worried that the initiative could collapse if there is no ceasefire. To Dr. Nick Nguyen, the government should have started with the reconstruction of the mindsets of the population.
Reconstruction is a very good thing, and everything is a process, and when you follow that process, you get a good result. We must repair the human being first. We must repair the souls. We must repair the spirit. We must repair the love bonds that were broken. We must repair the trust. It's true that you don't repair it overnight, but start with the right step. I'm not saying that you must get everybody in West Cameroon happy before you start the reconstruction. No.
To Fabrice Lena of the Popular Action Party, this is another failed step taken by the government of Cameroon.
The Popular Action Party thinks, once more, this is another failed step taken by the government, and we will not keep tolerating one failed step to another that is consuming the taxpayers' income and the sweat of the Cameroonian people with no accountability, no balance sheet, and no concrete results. Let's look at the National Dialogue of 2018. What has he achieved so far? With a huge budget of 12.7 billion that was allocated for it? What accountability can be given for that income? What achievements?
The annual plan budget adopted by the Steering Committee of the Reconstruction Plan on May 13, 2020 stood at 36,321,000,000. The three priority areas comprise of social cohesion, rebuilding of damaged infrastructure, and revitalization of the economy of the two regions. As concerns the rebuilding of infrastructure, 60 schools will be constructed within 1 year period in the Northwest region and 45 in the Southwest, with an estimated cost of 10 billion francs CFA. Some 25 health centers will in the same period be constructed in the Northwest and 20 in the Southwest region. A total of 155 water points with solar systems will be built in both regions at the unit cost of CFA 33 billion. With regards to the revitalization of the economy, 1,700 hectares of farmland will be re-established in both regions. Also, lost administrative documents will be established for 30,000 citizens in each of the regions. A total of 174 schools in the Northwest and 119 in the Southwest will be rebuilt. Roads, water points, bridges, personal documents, houses are the priority areas to be rehabilitated. But how will it be done is the $1 million question most Cameroonians are asking, as the destruction and loss of human lives continue in those regions.
Staffman Lasha Kingsley, and in that report, let's now listen to this excerpt from Dr. Nick Ngwanyam, who believes that reconstruction is a very good thing, but the government of Cameroon is using a very wrong approach. He spoke on the microphone of Lasha Kingsley. Let's hear him out.
When people want to mislead others, they twist things around to confuse people. Let's be very clear. Reconstruction is a very, very good thing. And after every war, there must be reconstruction. There's no question about it. But when we are saying that something else should happen before the reconstruction, people just want to torpedo people's minds. They give the impression that you are against reconstruction and try to read meaning into it and twist things around and so on. And everything is a process, and when you follow that process, you get a good result. Listen to the word reconstruction. That means there was something there that has been destroyed and that you are trying to restore. And in saying so, it also brings to mind the fact that there are some things that you cannot reconstruct. And it's very unfortunate that we cannot reconstruct human life that has been lost. It's very difficult to reconstruct the trust that has been broken, the love bonds that have been broken, all of those things that have been broken. And therefore, for anybody who has been married and has had a problem with the wife, you realize that when you have a problem with your wife or your girlfriend, you must sit and talk it over. You must say, I'm sorry, and then make some reparation, buy her a top or some bonbon or some biscuits, and then you make peace. Then life can go on.